Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to go ahead and give us about 30 seconds before we start. Excellent. Awesome. Well, welcome in, everyone. Good morning or afternoon. My name is Mariela Salinas, and I'm a marketing specialist here at Educate 360. Welcome to today's webinar, Maintaining Your PMP Certification, presented by our Director of Projects, Andrea Brockmeyer. We are in Zoom for today's session, and we will be sharing a copy of this recording with you in an email after the webinar. We do encourage participation throughout the webinar, so please use that chat or that Q&A option for our short Q&A after the presentation. Educate 360 is so excited to present this webinar today, so without further ado, I'll hand it over to you, Andrea.
Thank you so much, Mariela, and greetings, everybody. It's terrific to be here with you today to talk about maintaining your PMP certification, a pretty riveting subject here. So I hope this is helpful to you. So what I want to do is I want to talk about what a PDU is, because people talk about PDUs all the time, and sometimes people aren't actually clear on what they are. Talk about how many you need, how you can earn them, and Q&A. But I will say that I have, the chat open. So Mariela, if you want to throw something in, or if anybody wants to ask questions along the way, don't hesitate, and I'll try to field those as I can. Certification is a journey. It's not just an event. I think when we get certified, we sort of get ourselves pretty revved up for that test that gets us those letters after our names, but it doesn't stop there. And you don't want to get too overwhelmed with that when you're preparing for the test. But like any great qualification, you have to stay current, and that's really what this is about. It's not just an event. It's something that you do as part of your overall professional development. So just a quick poll here for fun, kind of get a sense of where folks are at. What is your interest in in PDUs? Maybe you're currently studying for your PMP and you want to know what's on the other side of that. Maybe you just got your PMP, yay! And now you want to know, oh my gosh, what do I have to do so I don't have to take that miserable test again? Maybe it's been a while, but you still have plenty of time to figure out what you need to do. Or maybe it's 2 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks into your PMP cycle, and you don't have a lot of time left. So you got to figure out what to do, maybe something else.
Awesome. I will go ahead and give our audience about 10 more seconds. Get those answers in if you can. Alrighty, and here it looks like are our answers. Here we go. Oh, one more. Yep. Oh, someone else just got it in. Nice. Here we go. Here are the results.
Oh, awesome. Look at that. You guys are good. Nice. So we got a nice number of folks who are studying and just want to know, okay, what happens after? Most everybody just got their PMPs. Congratulations, folks. That's awesome. Yeah, so let's talk about what things look like for the next few years here. Maybe it's been a while, still got lots of time. Awesome. Love to see that. Somebody who's staring staring at their end of their cycle, that's all right. We'll figure out something there, maybe something else. Okay, thank you very much for that. So for the most part, I think it looks like everybody is in a pretty good spot. So very cool. All right, well, let's talk about PDUs, professional development units. Okay, what is a PDU? A PDU is a PMI approved increment of time required over a 3-year cycle to maintain your PMP certification without needing to retake your exam. That's the deal. A PDU is what keeps you from having to sit for that exam again. And one PDU is equal to 1 hour of learning or some kind of professional development activity. Okay, so you have to earn these. Once you have a certification, you have to earn these in order to keep your certification current. And you can report them in quarter increments, but one PDU is equal to 1 hour of learning. Okay, not to be confused with what is a contact hour. And I only mention this because people get these mixed up and it can be a little confusing. A contact hour is what you need in order to qualify to take the PMP exam. So this is learning that you do, hours you spend learning project management that qualify you to take the PMP exam. So just a clarification there as to what those things are, because people mix those up all the time. All right. So why do we have these PMP or these PDUs that we have to earn? Well, think about how the discipline of project management has evolved over the years. And we don't even have to, yes, to keep current and certified, exactly. You don't have to go back too far, and you can think about project management, well, as we know it now, evolved in the military, in that kind of an environment, or maybe you think of, project management. We used to always think of construction kinds of things. Now you think of other kinds of technology. You can think of project management in education environments. Even think about how project management is practiced now. And, sitting around a table years ago and, face-to-face teams, and think about all of the tools and the ways we engage with our teams and stakeholders now. The discipline has evolved, and that's reflected in the updates to the standards. And that captures this evolving discipline of practices. And the PMBOK, the first edition released in 1996, and the 8th edition is in the works. So the idea that you get a certification, it's going to get stale after a while. And this is something doctors do. This is something attorneys do. Any professional has to stay current. So that's really what this is all about. No, you cannot earn PDUs before getting the certification. You cannot. No. So a lot of those will count as contact hours, but you cannot earn PDUs until you have become certified. Yep. So you have to get these continuing education credits, if you will, not contact hours, but professional development units. And what you need are 60 PDUs every 3 years from the date you pass the PMP test. And this is specifically around the PMP and some other tests, which we'll look at here shortly. So you need 60 PDUs every 3 years. Now that doesn't sound too daunting if you just got your PMP or you're just early into your cycle. If you are 2 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks, that is a little daunting, because that is 60 hours of some kind of professional development activity. Not that it can't be done, but this is why you want to get started as soon as possible, so it doesn't become a mad crush at the end. Here's how you do it. There are 2 categories for earning PDUs. There is education, and then there's the category of giving back. There's a minimum of 35 hours that you need in the category of education. Okay, and this can include online, on demand, at your own speed kind of learning. It can include instructor-led in-person education. It can include instructor-led virtual. You can go to chapter meetings, PMI seminars and events. You can read project management related books, or any kind of edification around project management. Okay. The other category is giving back, and there's a minimum to the giving back category, a maximum rather, to the giving back category. So education, you can actually have all of your credits in education. There's a minimum there, but you can only earn up to 25 PDUs in the giving back category. And that's going to include things like working as a project manager, creating project management related content for others to learn, giving a presentation, to folks in your organization or maybe at a PMI conference, sharing knowledge, doing those lunch and learn kinds of things, volunteering for your local chapter, those kinds of things. So broadly, those are the two categories. Okay? One with a minimum, one with a maximum. Let's dive into this giving back a little bit. Now, this is in fact optional. You don't have to earn any PDUs in this category. But one of the things you can do is work as a project manager, right? You can get up to 8 per PDU cycle. 8 of your PDUs per 3 years from the time you pass can be earned working as a practitioner. Okay? You can create content. You can create some kind of learning for other people to glean from your experience. You can give a presentation. And again, that can be at a PMI conference. It could be to people in your organization or your team. You can share knowledge, and that can be an informal kind of session with folks, maybe at meetups and those kinds of things. And you can volunteer. And volunteering is really a great way to earn PDUs. It's a good way to engage with the chapter, and you just meet a lot of folks. So I'm not here specifically to plug your local PMI chapter, but it is really a great way to meet folks and kind of stay current with what's going on here, what people are doing. To document your PM employment, you'll have to name somebody who can validate or, that you've done what you've done, your organization, an email address. It's not too daunting. Yeah. We'll look at documentation here in a minute, more for classes though. You probably also, and I can get back to you folks on this, you probably, and I don't know if that's changed in terms of documenting your project management working as a practitioner. It may have to be captured in terms of, I'm not sure how that'll have to be captured. I can get back to you on that. Involvement with Scrum Alliance meetings? Yeah, I think it would, because you're working on initiatives. Yeah. All right, so that is giving back. Education then, let's talk about earning PDUs through education. So you can read a book or a blog. You can participate in PMI chapter meetings or events. You can attend a live class online or attend a live class in person. You can watch a video on demand at your own pace. All of those things are options. Now, involvement, and actually I'm thinking involvement with Scrum Alliance meetings, that might be something that you could, if it was like a class or if it was just a meeting, I think that would still actually count perhaps as giving back. So I can check on that too. I don't know that it has to be specifically PMI chapter meetings. All right, so in terms of aligning your PDUs to, what kind of PDUs do I have to earn? What are they about? So it has to be related to project management, but they also have the talent triangle, which you are familiar with if you've taken the exam, because you learn about project management sort of through the lens of the talent triangle. So there's the ways of working, power skills, and business acumen. So ways of working being how project managers get things done, tactical, logistical aspects of project management, tools and techniques, sort of the tactical things as to what we do, right? Creating a schedule, managing budgets, those kinds of things. Power skills, working effectively with people, those interpersonal skills. So, soft skills, which I really am getting away from. I really love the term power skills, communication, influencing, leadership, those kinds of things. And then business acumen, business decision making, understanding the larger context for projects in terms of the organization's objectives and how do we align projects with the organization's objectives, being aware of trends in project management and just staying aligned with the business, making decisions in alignment with the business. And so you have a minimum of education that you need in each one of those sides of the triangle. Okay, you need at least 8 PDUs on each side of the triangle. Okay. Now, reporting PDUs once you get on the PMI website, and if you go onto the PMI website, and of course they change the initial screen from time to time, but you're going to go over here and you're going to click on certification. Now you have to be logged in first, so you'll want to make sure you get logged in. You're going to click on certifications, and then you're going to go down to report PDUs. And there are different ways of getting here. And then you're going to see you've got the categories that we just went through: education, giving back. You'll see a discussion or a description, a high-level description of these things. As an example, if you take a class from us, you'll get a claim code, and you can click on this claim code right here. You enter the I think it's 7 digits, 8-digit claim code, and then it will autofill for you. So that's kind of slick, and it'll put in the information that you need to put in. Then it'll autofill the number of PDUs per certification you have, and per the sides of the triangle and that kind of thing. Creating any kind of project management content. It could be something that others learn from. It could be articles. The claim code would be from when you take a class from us, you get the claim code when you take the class. They will give you that. So you could click on organizational meetings, chapter, company, professional meetings. Now there's a limit there to 2 PDUs. So again, that may be a PMI chapter meeting, but professional meetings of any kind. So again, back to the Scrum meetings, I think that would also count. Do you get a claim code by participating in these presentations? I think we usually just self-report, and I don't think we give claim codes for these, do we, Mariella? Yeah, if you took claim codes, if you took courses from us, yeah, reach out to info@educate360.com. Yep, and we should have claim codes for you. Assuming you took them after you got your PMP, then they would count. Yeah. Yeah, it's honestly, that's a really good point, Yahira, that PMI has made this extremely easy. Their interfaces, I think, have come so far, and it's really very easy. Even if you don't have a claim code, it's just not hard. Most of the fields on here are actually optional, like the URL, the contact person. It's all, basically it's where you got it from, the name of the class, or the name of the event. They make it very, very easy. And once you submit it, then almost immediately, at least I do, you get, that your PDU claim code has been submitted, and then it's been approved. Yeah, it's pretty simple. All right. All right, so how to report PDUs after logging into the PMI, and then what education counts for PDUs. What is it that would count? There's all these things out there that you can do. Really, it's anything that supports the knowledge areas or the domains or the tasks or the principles, anything from the exam content outline. So if you're thinking, I wonder if this would count, well, are there things there that are supportive of what you needed to know for the test? Anything that is, mentioned in that exam content outline is a really good way to think about it. Okay. Now, instructor-led education PDUs, aligning those to the talent triangle is really easy with us, because we tell you for each course. If you look at these here, you can see how they're allocated, how the credits from the class are allocated. to the Talent Triangle. So that's really helpful. And we have such an enormous catalog of courses, all of which contribute to earning PDUs. So if you look at these, titles here, I mean, it runs the gamut. We have technical courses, we have leadership courses, we have PM specific courses. We've got even video on demand courses that also indicate how the credits are aligned and allocated to the different sides of the talent triangle. So we can get you anything you need in terms of education credits for sure, to easily meet your PDU credit needs. The other thing that we have is what we call Club PDU, and you can join that for a $495 annual subscription, and that gives you unlimited access to our entire online catalog, and it makes it really easy to track your PDUs, to get what you need, and it can be a really economical way to get your PDUs and just kind of have it all in one place and be able to keep track of what you've got and get that done. The other resource that we have are webinars. We have a lot of webinars from all of the family of, we're a family of brands. Educate 360 has these family members under its umbrella: New Horizons, Velapi, Project Management Academy, Watermark Learning, and Six Sigma Online. So the New Horizons are the technical skills development, such as whether it's cybersecurity, cloud things, networking, all of that. Also apps, how to use the Microsoft Suite, Microsoft Project, all of those kinds of things. Velapi is our European partner. Project Management Academy is PMP and all things PM. Watermark Learning is the leadership and development, business analysis. That's a really great way to earn PDUs and add value to the work that you do. Six Sigma Online for that quality stuff. But we've got webinars, and here are just some of the titles of past webinars that we've done. And you can just see how the variety of topics there, and these count as PDUs. So, just kind of plugging into these and staying on the email list to see what's coming up. A lot of them are an hour, some of them are half hours. So, pretty painless way to add to that PDU bottom line. So you can check out our upcoming webinars here at this URL. You can also check out our YouTube channels for past webinars. And we're going to be adding some of our past webinars. That inventory is getting added to all the time. So you can check that out. And our webinar channels just got uploaded to chat as well. I don't know if the webinars are searchable by the 3 ways of working either. Does PMI credit those learning courses? LinkedIn, if you have LinkedIn Learning, absolutely, those would count. Yep, yep, you bet. CPIM, I'm not familiar with CPIM. Yeah. Here are just a summary. Jason, if you want to add a little bit there. Is that a technical thing? I am not sure. I just don't know about that one. I can find out about that as well. I've got 3 things I need to find. But I include the webinar link from external sources without a code. Yeah, and that's a really good point, Rajesh. You can get audited at any time. So while there's a lot of flexibility with how you report these things, that you do want to be able to substantiate what you've done, right? You need to be able to provide a transcript. All of our courses, for example, come with transcripts that you can provide, certificates of completion that you can provide. But here are the credits that you need for the different PMI certifications. So the PMP here, as well as the PGMP, the PFMP, and the PBA, you need, that's that 60 PDUs that you need. kind of how those are distributed every 3 years. You need fewer for the ACP, the RMP, and the SP every 3 years. CAPM, you need 15, and DASM, you need 7 in Agile topics. All right, so here, all of the courses from Project Management Academy earn PMI approved PDU credits with predetermined alignment to the PMI Talent Triangle. And furthermore, all of the courses, as I said, from any of our brands come with certificates of completion at the end of class that you can use as proof to qualify for PMI PDU credits. So it's just anywhere you go in our large collection of classrooms can get you closer to meeting your PDU goals. Also, check out on our website, there is a free guide that you can download to maintaining your certification that includes some of the information that I've shared here. May answer some other questions as well. So check that out. And final tips, just don't wait until the end of your CCR cycle. The CCR stands for Continuing Certification Requirements. Those of you that are getting started on this early, that's a good thing, because I've seen plenty of people trying to cram 60 hours to get PDUs in before the end of their cycle. So it's good to kind of pace yourself. And log your hours as you go. Don't wait to, and this is hard to do. As you earn them, log them. Just get them in there. Their interface is awesome. The dashboard in terms of what you have earned, what you have left, what you've submitted. It's just really great stuff. I would say mix it up and do different things. Do some webinars, take some classes, teach other people, do a little brown bag on something, or facilitate a conversation among PMs at your organization. There's so many benefits to that. Learn from each other, elevate your project practice at your organization. Don't feel like you have to be there teaching people. Facilitate a conversation to share stories with each other. That's an awesome thing to do. What happens, that's the other thing that happens if you wait till the end of your CCR cycle, you don't get to be as thoughtful about how you earn your PDUs. And then find a good partner. We'd love to partner with you to help you get what you need to keep that certification so you don't have to take that test again. And so that is a good thing to do as well. So here are some of the upcoming courses that we have. All of these, as I say, would count. We've got a 3-day course that gets you your minimums in all sides of the triangle. You can certainly do that. Maximum number of PDUs taking the Six Sigma course. Well, if it's a course, you can earn all of your PDUs in education as long as the course covers power skills, business acumen, and ways of working, which I should think it would. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Do you get a record of participating in these presentations? That I don't know that we give certifications for this presentation for our webinars. Maybe Mariana knows that.
Gonna go ahead and say, yeah, no, but we do get a confirmation email for sure after, like, thanking you for joining us. So if you need to attach something, we definitely do follow up.
Yeah. I had 2 other questions. I've got the one question about the APICS. What else? There were 2 other questions and I didn't write them down, and so here I am asking again. What were the 2 other questions people had? Let me go back up and see. Anything else? Oh, that's a great, thank you, Patricia. Yes, yes, yes. So more good news for those of you who are getting started early. If you earn more than 60 PDUs, you can carry as many as 20 PDUs forward into the next cycle if they're earned in the last year. So let's say I certify, January 1st of 2025, and then I have to earn 60 PDUs by the end of 2028. If I earn, say, 80 and the 20 of those are earned in the last year, I can carry 20 forward, which means that I only need to get 40 in the next cycle. Yeah. We can help you with that, Whitney. You should have it if you can get onto the portal. It should have that information. You could poke around online if you want, or you could send something to info@educate360.com and they will help you. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Awesome. I see a couple people dropping for other meetings.
Yeah.
So just want to say thank you all so much for joining us today. And thank you so much, Andrea. This was a lot
Oh,
of
yeah. Yeah.
info.
I hope this has been helpful. Thanks, folks, for spending your time here. And don't hesitate to reach out. I'm on LinkedIn if you want to link with me. And I can maybe help you with questions. But good luck to all of you who are in pursuit of the PMP, and good luck to all of you who are on the journey and working to keep it. Have a great rest of your week,
Absolutely.
everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Andrea. And if anyone needs any more info on this topic, please do not be afraid to visit us at projectmanagementacademy.net. And if you missed out on any part of this session, we will be sharing a recording with all of you in an email after the webinar. Thanks again, Andrea.
Thanks, folks. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. We'll see you all very soon. Bye.